Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of Audio Files with Biz Lifestyle. I am Biz, and we will jump right in. As always, this is Smooth Talk, No Filter. Before we get started, thank you in advance for spending time with me. It is much appreciated as always. I trust that life has been kind to us all. So let's jump right into the topic. We should always be leaving things, people, and situations better than we found them. You dig? So let's get into it. We've discussed this in the past on this platform. I am all about, using my energy for good. I recognize that. I preach that. I recommend that. I suggest that. Use your power for good. Use your energy for good. Some people call it karma. Some people call it reciprocity. I just call it good energy. We should be using our power for good out here to attract things that we want, as we do not chase. We attract. And one of the ways that we do that is how we love ourselves and how we love on each other. Always leave people and situations better than you found them. Even if you happen to come to a place within that connection where you all may have to part ways. You can do that with dignity. You can do that with class, and you can do that with respect. Utmost respect for yourself. Vengeance is not ours, and vengeance is for the weak. And when you are a classy, valuable, worthy, fly, wavy, competent individual, the worst thing that person could ever do is lose you. The worst thing that organization could ever do is lose you. The worst thing that could happen in that friendship is that your energy is no longer there. So keep that in mind. That way you can keep your hands clean spiritually. You can keep your heart joyful, and you can continue to move forward with positive energy and with light and love in your heart. Sometimes loving people from a distance is required, but you should still leave that person or that situation better than you found it. Always. So let's dive a little deeper. All right. That applies, as far as I'm concerned, with work relationships, business relationships, friendships, personal, romantic, financial relationships, domesticity, cohabitation. Always, to the best of your ability, leave your mark. That's one of the ways that we leave our mark on the world, is when we leave things better than you found them. That's a sign of being a provider, a protector, a manifester, and a generator. I am a manifester and a generator. And that doesn't always mean that I'm manifesting or generating in a way that is financial, but trust and believe. When my energy and my presence, my love, my virtue, my influence is no longer in that situation, in that connection, in that endeavor, in that relationship, my presence is going to be felt. Whether I'm there or not, my presence or lack thereof will be felt. That's a guarantee. That's who I am. I declare that. I will not shy away from that. I will not minimize that. That's who I am and my energy. You will feel me when I'm there, and you gonna feel it when I'm not. That's what it is. And if you know your worth, your value, that's exactly how you should be feeling about yourself as well. This ain't about arrogance. This ain't about cockiness. This is about loving yourself. This is about knowing your worth. This is about knowing your value. You dig? And we about that over here at Biz Lifestyle and Audio Files. Knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing what you bring to a situation. There's nothing wrong with that. And we won't be shying away from that. Recognize that about yourself. Love yourself enough to know who you are and what you bring to the table. Hold yourself accountable. Understand there's always opportunities for growth, but also know your value and what you bring. It's important. You owe it to yourself to know. But it is also, a responsibility, and it is also an obligation to be sure that you're doing the very best with what you are blessed with. Why would God or the universe have reason or be incentivized to show you more, to give you more, to allow you to experience more, to keep giving grace and mercy if you're not doing the absolute best with what you were blessed with? With great power comes great responsibility. We've all heard that before. And I believe it to be true. And one of the ways that I look to find favor and to gain favor is by leaving things, people, and situations better than I found them. Sometimes that can be a little thing, and sometimes that can be a big thing. But I think it's important as responsible men and women out here that we are moving and making decisions with the right intentions on our hearts, with love on our hearts, and that we're leading in kindness, but we're also, holding people accountable out here, including ourselves. Never settle for less. I would never encourage that. Don't take no shorts. Don't settle. Don't let people play with your energy. Don't let people toy and step on your boundaries. Don't let people undermine your voice and your strength and your need for care and respect. That's important. It's a subconscious thing. It's the type of thing that's occurring. It's like a nonverbal conversation that's happening when you allow people to treat you a certain way. You're sending out communication. Keep that in mind. Sometimes in life we have to lead in the things that we want in people, and that can be hard. Especially if you're a giver. As I like to say, if you're a giver and you dealing with takers, they gonna take and take and take till there's nothing left. So it's your responsibility to know better. And it's your responsibility to know when to leave, when to vacate the premises. Feel free to share your experience. Feel free to share your journey down in the comment section. I'm sure many of us have had situations where we stayed way too long. We stuck around way too long, and we ended up paying the price for it. Sometimes not throwing in the towel when you should, it's a cost associated with that. Helping can be costly, baby. Protect yourself at all times like a fight. Minding our business is still free, and there's nothing wrong with loving on ourselves enough to know when we're not being respected, when we're not being valued the way that we should. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your energy. Do right by yourself. And one of the ways that we can do that is by leading in love, leading in confidence, leading in the things that we want in people with wisdom and discernment, with passion, with humility, and with dominance. With dominance. Don't ever dim your light for anyone. Don't ever dim your light. Be prepared to be a positive influence. Be prepared to be challenged. Be prepared to push yourself. Be prepared to be as close to the best version of yourself that you've ever been. It's okay to be a servant sometimes. Being a servant does not make you weak. Being a servant makes you a leader when you do that with wisdom and discernment. It's an honor. It's an honor to inspire and uplift and to speak life into someone else. But never allow your energy to be drained, because then you'll be left to pick up the pieces. That's how it goes. And it is definitely possible for you to love others and still maintaining a healthy love for yourself at the same time. That's how it should be. Loving someone else should never put you in a position where you cannot love yourself fully. That's toxicity. That's not healthy. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct through the process and on that journey of doing right by people and looking to be a leader in love. And just reevaluating, the immediate response when you may have felt slighted or disrespected, or when you might have felt crossed. Evaluate that. Don't, let your feelings drive the outcome. Don't let feelings drive your decisions or drive your actions. Let nothing or no one set you in motion. Be a leader and be strong. But come into situations with the utmost respect, with kindness, and with the right intentions on your heart, and regardless of how it turns out. it'll be a success and you would have done your due diligence. Sometimes things don't turn out the way that we plan, and understanding that everything happens for your good. In the spiritual realm where nothing is hidden and everything is the truth, everything happens for your good. Rejection is protection and redirection. Use your power for good. Leave things and people better than you found them. That's going to conclude the episode of Audio Files. All right. I am Biz. Thank you so much again for spending time with me. Much appreciation. I do not take that for granted. Let us continue to grow together and as one. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, suggestions, recommendations, shoot it down in the comment section. You want to keep the conversation going, let's do it. Or you want to drop a line, you just want to say what's up, send an email to askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. That is askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram. That is 𝑤𝒐𝒖𝒓, 𝑤𝒐𝒖𝒓. You'll find it up on the screen, 𝑤𝒐𝒐𝒅 on Instagram. Check the About page on my YouTube channel, Biz Lifestyle. You can find the links to all my socials, the address to my P.O. box. You want to slide something, you want to shoot something. You give me energy, I promise you, I'll give you that energy right back. You want to make a small donation to the channel, the links to my PayPal, Cash App are there as well. Email there for business inquiries. Again, I'm Biz. Much appreciation and respect. Thank you so much. And you know what it is. Good vibes for all.